What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? My bad, I think everything went.
No music.
Welcome to a special edition Monday night scheduled Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, Gibby.
Bah.
And behind the production desk, Frank Ward.
It's me. Hi. I'm here. I hit buttons. Nailed it. Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect this time, I think.
Perfect.
You know, one button so far.
Alright, there's 3 buttons, because your mic's over here, my mic. And there's 3 buttons to get into the show. Because we got a logo, we got an intro, then we got the show. So, I'm up to 6 buttons already.
6 buttons. I like it.
Yeah. So it's not all just glamour back here, as it may seem.
It's true. It's a tough job back there. Jess manages to fuck it up every Thursday. And if she's watching, it's true.
If she's watching, get back to work.
Get back to work. You're supposed to be working.
Exactly.
We got a hell of a show for you tonight. I actually have an outline, so maybe Mondays are more productive. I don't know what the hell happened. But the first thing I want to talk about is the Video MTV Movie Awards were last night, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't look at that, but yeah, I have a couple things on that.
Okay. I was not aware that...
MTV still has awards?
Yeah! And they have 2. Don't they have, like, Video Music Awards and then the Movie Awards?
I don't know. Is it hosted by the ridiculousness guy?
Yeah.
Like, I just assume he runs the company.
Yeah. I did. Did they still do the video one? Or the music one, I mean?
They don't do music on their channel.
That's what I mean.
So,
I don't know.
I don't know why they're qualified to hand out awards in general. They gave a Lifetime Achievement Award to Scarlett Johansson, who's our age. Like...
She needs that Lifetime Achievement.
She did it. Done.
She's done. She succeeded. She passed life already.
Alright, Marvel money. But Marvel dominated pretty much the entire award show, which proves that nothing fucking came out during the pandemic. And WandaVision took home a lot.
Yes, it did. I think it was won the most awards.
Yeah, it did.
Because it was that damn good.
It's because MTV doesn't know what they're doing. But they won Best Villain for Agatha, played by Catherine Hahn. She sucked as a villain.
There it is. Heard it here first.
If she was such a good goddamn villain, the show would have been better. Instead, we were all going, no, it can't be her. It's somebody bigger.
Where's the better villain?
Yeah, where's the better villain at? So yeah, you were such a great fucking villain. But then again, her competition was, again, Wonder Woman versus a plot line. And I think the plot line won. So everyone, in terms of villains, Wonder Woman 84 plot line should have won Best Villain. Then, I think Best Actress in a TV show went to Elizabeth Olsen. What? I mean, if you want to give her props for giving...
Best performance in a show.
Okay.
Best performance.
That's even worse! So, I was going to give her credit for being Best Actress. The performance sucked. I was going to say you tried to do something with what you were given.
Yeah. She was up against Anna Taylor from Joy. The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, you know, the one who wins at actual award shows.
Yeah. Elliot Page from the Umbrella Academy. Emma Corrin from The Crown. And I'm assuming that's Michelle, but that is a fucking weird way of spelling Michelle.
M-Y something?
Michaela.
Mashala? Michaela?
Michaela, I guess. Cole. I May Destroy You. I never heard of that one. That's the only one I didn't hear. I've never heard of.
So, what?
Yeah, I know.
It's based...
I would have gave the Queen's Gambit one. She did really good in that. Even though I don't know if that was really...
Do you mean the one that's been actually nominated at other award shows?
Yeah.
Even The Crown gets acknowledged at other shows.
Yeah, I'm like, but was that really a show though? I thought it was like a mini
movie.
TV series. Like I think it was like a
that's what TV is
3-step
these
or
days.
whatever, or 4. Yeah, I don't know what.
But that's what TV is these days.
Yeah.
Limited runs of 6 episodes.
I was gonna say, well, what was WandaVision? WandaVision wasn't really a TV show. It's got that one run. That's it.
I would say it's a one-off show.
Stop using the word show when it comes to WandaVision, because that was a terrible fucking show. Prefer to get Best Performer out of all the stuff, because TV. This was a year for TV. If there was anything that got pushed through, this was a year for TV.
I thought the other two we haven't mentioned yet is even funnier.
Yeah. Well, I also want to know where they draw the line of what qualifies and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Because WandaVision ended in what, February? No. Yeah, February.
Yeah.
Sure.
Relatively recent, yeah.
Where did you draw the line? Because Falcon and Winter Soldier debuted mid-March. And there was better fight sequences in that than there were...
Oh, now we're in fight sequences.
The whole show sucked. So, I mean, really just pick and choose what you want to complain about.
I didn't think WandaVision had I wouldn't call anything that happened in there a fight sequence.
No, not at all.
Vision and Anti-Vision spun a little bit, and then they had to talk about a
fights,
boat.
though, I mean, it was only going up against Birds of Prey.
Why is it TV going against movie?
The final Funhouse fight. Then you have Cobra Kai. The final
I haven't seen that.
house fight. The Boys, Starlight, Queen Maeve, Kimiko versus Stormfront.
Yeah, that fucking fight was badass. How did that not win?
And then they
Did you finish The Boys season 2?
Nope, actually, I kind of forgot that was a show.
Yeah.
They fucked up the Nazi. Like, how did that not win?
Well, yeah, and then the last one is Zack Snyder, Justice League.
No.
Final fight.
No. You don't get credit twice. You don't get credit for the same fucking sequence twice.
Just saying.
Nobody made it into 4 hours. That's why that didn't win.
I thought The Boys should have won.
Yeah, that fight scene was pretty badass.
Just judging by how that show was, I would assume that fight scene should have won.
Yeah. I would even... the Birds of Prey fight scene wasn't that bad.
That was pretty good.
That WandaVision one wasn't choreographed at all. That was 2 girls on strings just floating around.
Whee!
That's fair. Now, the Birds of Prey fight, I don't remember it as vividly now, but I remember walking away from it going...
The movie.
Yeah, well...
It's like, why Ewan McGregor? Why did you do that?
It was rough. Like, it was just... It didn't make sense. There was things...
It's a 2-hour movie about a fucking sandwich.
A sandwich!
Yeah. But that fight scene, there was, like, moments that just didn't make sense.
No.
I don't remember what it was now, but there was things that you just sat there and went, what?
Yeah.
How?
She altered reality the entire time. Don't worry about it.
No, he's talking about Birds of Prey.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that was more choreographed than
That was-
WandaVision. I'm sure a lot of effort went into the WandaVision one because they were going to be up on strings. And how do you not make that look cheesy? Which they still made it look cheesy. Because they would just stand there. They just twirl their fucking hands. And it's like... Yeah, that's all it was. And then like he said, the 2 visions spinning in a circle. And then for whatever reason...
talk about a boat.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. If the fight scene had included the entire fight scene, where the dude gets out of the truck and tries to shoot 2 kids for no reason. Yes.
Ouch. Okay.
That absolutely would have won for me. It's like, okay, you know they're not real things, and you choose to just shoot them for no reason. That to me is amazing. Warrant an award. And then there was another one, wasn't there?
Best show. That's the one I knew was gonna get you the most. That's why I waited for
What was it up against?
The Boys,
Bridgerton, Cobra Kai, Emily in Paris, and The Boys.
Are you
Yes, he would've been
fucking
against The Boys.
kidding me?
I would have gave The Boys that one in
The
a
Boys was such a
heartbeat.
better story.
And that to me isn't even in the same league.
No, it's not. I mean, the only
But
thing is, to
whatever.
Frank's point, people probably fucking forgot about it because it was the beginning of the pandemic. Was
No,
it not?
It was in the middle. It was over the summer.
So it was the only TV available.
It
at
was
the
the only
beginning.
available. Yeah, it was like probably one of the last ones to come out before everything shut down.
That is-
basically.
yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Because they went into post production and then they finished up
but I
basically
do-
the first couple weeks.
I do think it's just suffering it was farther back ago than the other things.
Yeah, and well, and they've got the Marvel shine. If just because it's Marvel, everybody has to love it. No, Marvel can fail. Go look back at Hulk
That's right.
with Eric Bana, not even Edward Norton. I'm talking about look at their first attempt at fucking Hulk.
That's right.
It's ridiculous that somebody said that the best show was WandaVision. I want to know who the fuck's on their panel and why we can't cancel this award show.
Yeah.
This is more atrocious than just not nominating black people. To go tell somebody that this is a quality show worth an award recognition for
I'm just
anything.
gonna
Wait.
throw out there. I was a little upset about the best villain one.
Who was up against her for the villains?
You got Aya Cash from The Boys.
Okay.
You got Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor,
Ewan McGregor. Whatever.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you can't get the actor's name right? Oh,
The
God.
one that kills me.
Ewan
is,
McGregor.
Ewok
Carlo Esposito from The Mandalorian.
Well, he's always the best bad guy. I don't know what, like...
That's the one that got me right there. I'm like, come on, man.
How did Moff Gideon... Well, okay, in fairness, Moff Gideon's barely in it.
I mean, yes, but...
So's Vader.
Darth
Vader's the greatest villain of all time. I get it.
He's barely in it anyway. And then
I
Nicholas
set myself up for failure.
Holt the Greats? I don't even know what that is.
Well, he played Beast in the X-Men.
But the Mandalorian, come on. He should just get it from Mandalorian. Just saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, he was such a dick. Like, even when he lost at the end of Season 2, he still stirred shit.
Damn right.
He knew that the saber going to the Mandalorian was going to cause shit between him and Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it just sounds like the MTV Awards are like the
Run by Kevin
Participa-
Feige.
the participation awards
Disney
of like
own,
you're not going to
Disney
get it
own
anywhere
MTV?
else.
If they did, they fucked over Moff Gideon. Like, you would think you would throw them a fucking bone if you're throwing all the other bones to the other show.
Yeah, they're having a thing with Star Wars.
Yeah. We know. But out of those categories, the boy should have took the 2 that we talked about. Moff Gideon should have had the 3rd one.
I agree.
Even though, isn't that the villain you said from The Boys? Wasn't that the Nazi bitch?
Cash. I don't remember for some reason. I thought she was Isn't she the girl that came in, Storm something?
Stormbreaker or whatever. Stormfront.
I think I is her actual name, isn't it?
Which she was an excellent villain. Because she came in and, like...
Greatness.
She was a Nazi.
I like it.
How did a Nazi not win the best villain?
Because nobody likes Nazis.
Yeah,
right.
Just the witch that just like, oh, I came to this town just to watch what you were doing.
That's right. Just to watch.
Wasn't even a villain. She didn't cause the fucking... Wanda was the villain of the goddamn the show.
You got.
Arguably,
Think about it. She held all those people hostage.
Yeah.
She fucked with all their lives. No one,
Agatha was basically the people who just watch it happen.
Just the troll that came in like, let's just dick around a little
something's happening over here. I'm going to laugh at it and watch what happens. And they go, oh, maybe I can capitalize at the last fucking moment.
Yeah.
That baffles my mind. MTV Movie Awards have just proven they're a fucking joke. I mean, they've always been a joke, but even more so. Basically, they got, hey, what was the most recent thing? That wins, to your point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, out of all of them, yes, that's... Well,
it was the most recent thing. If they drew the line at the end of February, that ended.
When did Cobra Kai come out? That would be the only other one that would be kind of close.
I didn't watch it.
I think it was like September, October. September.
Okay, so...
I think.
I thought it was on currently still.
WandaVision had to be the cut, though.
Well...
Oh, never mind, it's the Mighty Ducks. Never mind.
Right.
Quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack, I forgot, my bad. Because they keep rebooting everything. You're right. That one probably ended right when Wanda was probably starting.
I feel like Wanda was the cut because if they went into there was a 1 week period and then you were in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So if they went into March, they would have qualified Falcon and Winter Soldier.
See now now I'm gonna look it up because I thought I saw that they won Falcon and Winter Soldier actually won something.
That's bullshit.
Because
they had better fight scenes, a better story, not even the greatest Marvel story ever told, but still better than WandaVision. Like an actual fucking story that made sense.
And actual fights.
Yeah.
And an actual villain.
That whole series had to get rewritten because of their fucking virus subplot they had going, and then a pandemic happened. And they still came back with something better. Oh, fuck WandaVision. Like, seriously, fuck it. Fucking hard.
It happens. Jesus Christ, man. It happens.
No, it doesn't happen. Like, it's the end. Ugh.
Blech.
I hate that somebody actually recognizes it because it validates all the people like, oh yeah, well, one best show at the MTV Movie Awards.
But actually, in all fairness, does it validate? Because listen to that sentence.
I know, I hear it. You hear it.
Oh, okay.
You hear it.
Best hero.
Other people will use it. And that infuriates me more.
Best hero. Anthony
Mackie,
the Falcon, and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, he won?
He's the winner, yeah. Best hero. They went up against Wonder Woman, Jack Quaid from The Boys. So that's a tough one. Fucking the Mandalorian himself, Pedro? What the fuck? Oh, wait, WandaVision was actually nominated. How are they fucking nominated?
Vision? Teyonah Paris. So she was Proton, or whatever the fuck her name was.
Oh, her,
The chick.
She didn't do anything heroic.
I kind of
She stopped the bullets from the fictional boys.
Yeah. Otherwise,
didn't need help.
Otherwise, she walked in and then got knocked out and then stared at Wanda and they're suddenly best friends.
And was there for the worst fucking reveal in history of television. Ralph Boner. Notice Evan Peters is not anywhere on that list. Best cameo.
Oh, that would have been great though. Had that happened, woo!
I would have burned it down. I don't know where they hosted that. I would have fucking showed up and they would have been the first mass shooting post-pandemic.
For some reason, this one will tell me who won this one, but they were also nominated for Best Duo, and I'm almost positive they won that one as well.
What other duos were there?
Kristen Wiig, with 2 eyes, and Annie something. Barb and the Star go to Vista Del Mar?
Okay, let me
Did you?
What the fuck?
There's too many
Kristen Wiig and Annie Momolo for Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
I did it right.
Grogu and Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian. Lily Collins and Ashley Park and Emily in Paris. And then Sacha Baron Cohen and Maria Baklava Borat, the second film.
So what I'm really hearing out of this is MTV hates Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
But loves Marvel.
I could see the Falcon.
Unless they won
the
last
Falcon
year.
one was pretty good.
Because in theory, last year they could have been nominated for the same things with the same team and the same villain.
Ooh, good point.
So maybe they won last year.
Yeah, maybe they. Yeah, last. Well, I didn't even know. This is the first time I ever seen an MTV Movie Awards. By the way,
This only popped up on my radio radar because of Eric. This is gonna piss you off, and he's right.
Yeah, it showed up.
I didn't realize they won that many.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it is what
But
it is.
Mandalorian was nominated in most of those categories. Didn't get any.
They got nominated a bunch of them.
The
Yeah,
boys.
I don't know if they won anything.
Like
though.
I would eat as much as I'm a diehard Star Wars fan.
But see, the problem was again you
I
had
would've
this, you had the
stepped
same
aside.
you had the same issue probably last year with it because they probably won for the first season.
Yeah. Well, which makes sense. It was groundbreaking then. Now
Yeah.
it was just a continuation of the story, and nobody really cares
It was fucking great though.
like that when it comes to awards.
Like it's I mean it's
Oh.
true, but yeah, it was great.
The second season set up an entire universe of live-action shows that are
Exactly.
Well,
Anyway, fuck
Oh,
you,
sorry.
MTV. Moving on.
Woohoo!
yay!
The other story I got for you tonight is a huge merger went down today
Big deal.
between Warner Brothers Media and Discovery. Now, first of all,
I also have that as well.
did not realize Discovery was its own entity. I thought it was incorporated with another company. I thought it was Disney, but then I realized Disney has Nat Geo.
Nat Geo.
But I did not know Discovery was a large enough company that could have bought another company.
Yeah.
So it leaves us with a lot of questions. If you have HBO Max, what happens? It just fucking launched.
It did, and they also announced that all their movies is going to be going on HBO Max. So I don't know where that's going to throw.
But what does Discovery do? I thought, isn't Discovery like a Nat Geo type thing?
I thought the Discovery Channel. Oh, that's National Geographic. Is that the one that's on? Yeah.
It's literally what happened to me when I saw it.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Because that's the thing. I thought that was a Disney property. But never mind.
They used to have MythBusters. That was
That was yeah.
That
They
was
also
Discovery.
did the Alien. Isn't it? No, that was History Channel.
history. But Discovery. Last I've seen on Discovery, they have
Don't worry. It's $43 billion deal.
Nope, that's it.
And they took a loss. They took a loss on that.
Actually, I think everything I'm thinking of is History Channel too, because I think
yeah.
isn't the Curse of Oak Island, is that History Channel
I think so.
or Discovery?
I have no
They
idea.
had maybe Vikings, or was that the others? I don't know. I didn't know Discovery was an entity that could come into a thing and say, "Look,
Yeah. Maybe they,
I get Bugs Bunny now."
Maybe they own the Pickers and the Pawn Stars.
That's history.
Maybe?
That's history.
Oh.
Unless Discovery owns history.
I don't know.
They must.
Yeah.
If not, they
know.
do now. We're just gonna give it to them.
Well, I'll do a little risk searching over here. You guys keep
Yeah, I was
talking.
gonna say Google. Yeah, I actually no idea. I'm actually curious now. I have no idea what.
At
they
least
own.
my train of thought when I saw the headline, I went, "Oh shit, DC and Marvel are owned by the same company." Because I Discovery to me was a Disney thing until I
Yeah.
did research and went, "Oh, it's Nat Geo." All right, nothing's gonna happen there.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I just thought it was weird though. It just Discovery doesn't sound like a company. I didn't. They apparently have their own fucking app, like their own streaming service.
Yeah.
Discovery Plus.
One thing about this whole
Yeah.
deal that it will put things up
Which I
into.
knew that.
It's kind of throwing into gaming real quick. Up in the air is how it's going to affect Harry Potter, the video games.
Okay.
They just released a couple of them, so who the fuck knows. Mortal Kombat now is up in the air, including all the video games. And apparently they also own the Batman Game Studios as well.
Okay.
Rockstar? Rocksteady?
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah. So they're all three of those are up
Discovery
in the air.
owns Animal Planet, Science Channel, and TLC, which also integrates the Food Network, HGTV, and the Travel Channel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, they don't have History. Who the fuck
Well,
owns History Channel?
That's a lot.
I know that's a completely different path to run down, but
yeah.
It does.
I used to watch HGTV a long time ago. But that was a long...
See, now I watched that group, A&E Networks. They're a division of Walt Disney.
Are they? Yeah, of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? The mouse owns everything.
But yeah, evidently Discovery Inc. is rather large, though. The thing... Somewhere in here, they have like 20 different networks.
Shareholders, or right holders of the Olympic Games? What the fuck?
Really?
That's what it says.
Oh, right there.
Huh.
Whew. Okay.
They must get like
Golf
the rest
TV,
of them. And then sell off the primetime slots to NBC or whoever hosts it.
Digital rights shareholders of the PGA Tour? Holy fuck.
Yeah, so they got their hands in shit. John S. Hendricks, the founder,
They have a bunch of niche stuff, basically.
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
They just got a bunch of niche things and just
Oh, there we go.
own them. Oh,
They own Network? Why did I thought she was Disney?
Oh, they own Motor Trend? I didn't know that. Shit.
We're being shocked and awed by the screen. You just see us looking up and like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
And now you can list any Warner Brothers and Turner Media thing. They now own TBS, TNT, fucking holy shit.
Yeah. It's kind of shocking that AT&T would sell it, though.
I guess AT&T's not doing well.
I guess.
I wonder what that means for wrestling. So TNT, like wrestling, AEW ended up on TNT because Warner Media wanted to get back into the wrestling business. Now that they have new overlords, does that mean wrestling's going to get booted from TNT? Because that's what happened when AOL took over Time Warner the first time. They went, we don't want this WCW. Get it the fuck out of here. They sold it to Vince. If Vince McMahon buys AEW...
It's happening. It's happening.
Holy shit.
That would be interesting.
It could happen.
That would be sad. Because, like, WWE's, like, level of interest tanked after WCW went out of business. And it's at its all-time low of, like, good. And now you have something that's coming up that could put them into a fucking, like, we have to be more creative mode.
Yeah.
To have that squashed again.
Competition.
Yeah, to have that squashed again. It's just, they had zombies last night as lumberjacks for the Miz versus Damian Priest.
Zombies.
Zombies. Because they were promoting Army of Darkness. They had so many people on Twitter were tweeting at Dave Bautista saying, "Why did you do this?" And Dave's like, "Yeah, because I have a say in that kind of bullshit." My God, like, if they squash AEW, they won't even try. Like, they're not even trying now. Somehow they'll try less.
You never know, man. Yeah.
That is horrifying. And, like, that really bothers me.
It happens.
I had a bunch of fucking notes, too.
Bunch of notes.
Bunch of notes.
Bunch of shitty notes.
Yeah, I don't have notes with Dace as a button over here.
Yeah.
That's true. I should have opened the drive and put it up on the screen so we could watch that. Because I wrote out an outline. I even wrote you an outline out, even though you didn't fucking read it.
It happens.
Hurtful. This is why I don't do outlines.
Exactly.
This is why I don't do outlines.
Exactly.
Did you do an outline for me?
It gave you cues.
Yep, totally read it.
Good job, producer.
I mean,
Way to press the buttons.
I can bring it up though.
Way to press the buttons.
Look, he already gave me cues.
It's cool. I'm going into it now.
See?
Woo!
I do not like the mobile version of this.
Ouch.
See, his notes are taking a turn for a worse for him.
Notes are burning now, baby.
So we already went. Oh, Space Jam. Sticking on to the Warner Media fucking bullshit. Apparently, in Space Jam, yep, Michael Jordan will be in Space Jam 2. But according to Don Cheadle, who stars in Space Jam 2,
Great thing is, I have a lot of these same notes in my segment because there was really
none of them sound like gaming. I have a whole list of gaming news, you dick. I'm
Dace
convinced
got it.
you don't even look.
Dace has got it.
Or you look, it's you slight fucking Nintendo and then go, oh, there's no gaming news.
Fuck Nintendo.
Yeah, because the gaming news that I see here... Oh, spoil it. Anyway, go on. Carry.
Well, Michael Jordan is going to be in the movie, but apparently it's not the way you expected. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a photo.
I thought it was going to be like a quick cameo or something.
I have a feeling it's going to be some kind of bullshit photo
picture.
or like mural or let's go watch tape of our first basketball game.
I could see that, yeah. Or just Mike's
That'd be
special
pretty lame.
juice or whatever
That'd
sauce.
be really lame.
You can't trust people after what fucking Paul Bettany did in WandaVision. I worked with an actor that I've never worked with before, and that cheeky motherfucker was talking about himself.
That's right.
And then I got two more bits of news. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which will be Marvel's first venture back into the movie theaters September 3rd, will exclusively air in theaters for 45 days before being available on Disney+. And I guess Premiere Access.
So 45 days is basically 4.5 weeks?
Yeah, and would ultimately put you like a week or two before the Eternals come out.
So I guess that means it'll start on Wednesday then? And then go basically the end of that week and then 4 weeks after?
Pretty much. It's September 3rd, so I think that's Labor Day weekend.
4 days is 20, or no, it's 5 weeks. It's 5.5 weeks.
Which would run you into what? Mid-October? And then in 2 weeks you're getting the Eternals. So the 2 weeks is probably like a padding for those that aren't going to go to theaters yet, but still keeps them in the MCU loop if they want to pay the $30 to see it.
Pay the $30. So they'll put it on their streaming platform?
Yeah.
Could, yeah.
And lastly, I don't know if anyone in this room is fans of Knives Out, the first film by Rian Johnson, your favorite director on the planet.
Nope.
They did some casting over the past week for Knives Out 2, which will be on Netflix, where they casted Dave Bautista, Edward Norton, and Catherine Hahn.
I keep forgetting if I've seen that movie, because I keep confusing it with...
Daniel Craig. Chris Evans is in it.
Yeah, no, I think I know the movie, and I think I did... Is it on a train?
It was on Amazon Prime. That's the only reason I saw it for free. I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, but was it on a train?
No, that's Murder on Orient Express.
What the hell?
It was a family mansion with Christopher Plummer. It was actually Christopher Plummer's last movie, I think, before he passed away. And it was basically
It was
Blue.
in the laboratory with the candlestick.
Yeah, but I don't there's 3 movies around that time that were very similar.
It was a mystery. Daniel Craig had a weird Southern accent.
Because you also had that hide and seek or whatever, catch or find me whatever.
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler
Play.
did one too.
What did he do?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Weird.
I don't know if I've seen it. I probably have. I'm just
Somebody else did
confusing
that
it.
too, yeah.
You might. It had a lot of big. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Chris Evans is in it. It had Nash Bridges. I don't know what his real name is.
I know I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
if that
I was
means anything.
interested, and I refused to pay money because of what he did to The Last Jedi. So
That's right.
I assume that's why you haven't watched it.
Never.
But
heard
he's
it.
getting three sequels on Netflix. Netflix paid a shit ton of money to get to come over there.
If I hear his name, it just immediately erases.
I still blame the studio for not having an overall vision. I can't. Probably made a good movie, in his mind.
Fucked up mind.
But that being said, it's time for gaming news.
Give it.
That escalated quickly.
Yay! Me! We're gonna talk about Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Okay, go on.
Did you guys see that Katy
Katy
Perry released a new song?
You have a Katie that works for us. How can you not get the name
I
Katie?
don't fucking
Well,
know.
he doesn't call her Katie, so there's one.
And it's all about evolution. I listened to it.
Isn't it about Pikachu? Or at least Pikachu's in it?
Pikachu's in it, yeah. And I think I've seen 3 different versions because it's got the normal Pikachu, that weird ass Pikachu that's like a young version of him, and then like
Pichu?
Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking
Just
get
take
it.
it with the K.
But yeah, the song's entitled Electric. And then it looks like she ages back in time, like she's a young person and old, and
Oh, she Benjamin Buttons it.
I don't fucking get it. But Hey, it's out there. I didn't think it was that good.
It's a very loose gaming news, but I'll take it.
Yeah, well,
Very
it had
loose.
Pokemon. It had Pokemon.
He was trying to put Space Jam
Yeah.
in gaming news.
Space Jam. This is a Space Jam game though.
Where? What system?
PlayStation, I think it was, or maybe Nintendo. It was a real Super Nintendo.
You don't think I would own that game if it existed?
Space Jam and the Monsters versus what's it called? I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive there was. Yeah, Google it. That's right.
Yeah,
We got him
keep-
back there. So that's good. What else do I have? I have because you killed most of my. That's what's it called.
Most of the stuff I said wasn't video games.
Yeah.
I got you a list of video game
Alright.
shit right here.
One that pisses me off. Well, it doesn't really piss me off, but it's really like fucked up. So World of Warcraft's coming out with their expansion. It's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2
What they
weeks.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
PS1, right?
PS1,
It's
yes.
either PS1 or Super Nintendo.
PS1.
PS1.
Yeah, it was the monsters and then
It's the second Saturn as well. So
Sega. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. Well, I didn't play it on the Sega. I can tell you that right now.
why the fuck would you have Space Jam?
Space Jam is a basketball game. I don't even think I played it that much, to be honest. But anyway,
I'm gonna have to track that down now for a retro play.
I was just gonna say, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm really getting off traffic here.
You have gaming news.
You never know. They might come out with another one with LeBron.
So, I know this isn't the topic, and we're veering a little bit. I noticed they kind of stopped making video games based on movies. Like that was a hot fad, probably up till about the PS3.
Well, now they're kind of going the other way because now that they have
They're making
The
video
Witcher-
games
yeah, I
are
was gonna
so
say,
good.
Yeah, they're going the other way now.
References: Revenge of the Sith had a video game for Star Wars and PS3,
It's a good
or
point.
PS2.
But we
PS2.
don't think we have any of
You
the
didn't
new
get
ones.
anything for the new trilogy,
Yeah.
or any of the other solo movies.
And then the only game we got out was in between, right? It was basically in between 6 and 7. Well, what
That was Battlefront 2, where they had that
no
little
the solo one. I can't remember the fucking name of it. I still haven't beat it yet.
No,
It just came out.
The
I
Fallen
thought it was
Order?
out. The Fallen Order, yeah.
I'm gonna play that again because I didn't beat it either.
I think that's between 6 and 7.
Yeah, it runs. It runs between A New Hope. I have unfortunately seen spoilers, and someone appears in it that couldn't appear in it after 6.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so back to World of Warcraft. So
Blizzard.
This coming Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. They'll be dropping the talent patches for Burning Crusade for Classic.
Okay.
So they're redoing. I guess they're just gonna redo all of them. I have no idea. Fucking Blizzard. But anyway, so in obviously Burning Crusade, a pretty prominent character, Chromie.
Panda?
So she was she's basically a timekeeping
Panda?
dragon.
Damn it.
So they now with the release of this, the people who pre-ordered got a book.
Panda?
And
book.
she is transgender.
Panda.
She's the first transgender in the World of Warcraft series.
Like transgender now, or identified that way 10 years
So
ago?
apparently, prior to her trials and becoming this dragon keeper time person, he went in, and then after the trials, he then became a she.
So people were always introduced to her as a she.
Yes.
So now they just added backstory that made
Correct.
her a dude before that.
So they're saying basically during her I don't even know how to fucking do this, but basically before the trials, he was a he, she was a she.
I'm just not touching this one because I feel like any questions I have are
fucking know
just
how to
going to
do
sound insensitive, so I'm just staying away from it.
So, and she's a
sounds
timekeeper
like-
thing. So she's been around for a long time, and she's got mythical powers, etc. She's
So
a timekeeping
Doctor
dragon.
Who?
Well, it's a timekeeping dragon, but yeah, it's
Doctor
Who.
I mean,
Panda.
she's in
Doctor Who.
she's pretty prominent. She's also in the Heroes of the Storm. If you played that at all.
No.
Jizzard. Nobody
Yeah.
here in this room can identify with
No,
StarCraft.
you
Is
should
like
already know.
Yeah.
you can pull me in a
But
bit.
yeah, so apparently she came out. So that was in the book that was released for everyone who got the I guess.
And that book was written this year or last year, maybe, to be released this year.
Well, it's being released if you pre-purchase the expansion or whatever. Yes. Well, I'm not gonna say that. It might have been planned the whole time. I don't know.
Doubt it.
I don't know.
Doubt it.
I don't know. It could have been already, laid out in the grade woodworks. I have no idea.
Yeah, there's
Don't
an
know.
outline, a chalkboard somewhere where, scribbled
Just
on
like
it.
how Dumbledore became out gay 20 years after the book was fucking released.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
Dumbledore's
true.
gay?
Yes.
I think so. Well, that's what she said.
That's what they're trying. Yeah.
I'm always wondering in these
Okay.
type of scenarios how much of it was like, okay, that was the plan the whole time, or like because it's not the cool thing to do, but it's the cool thing to do.
My question is, what does it matter?
It doesn't.
Like, Dumbledore could have been gay, straight, trans, bi. Like, it has no impact on him.
It matters that the headmaster starts touching some of the boys.
Well, yeah. And I was going to make that joke already, but I decided not to.
Well, he could have been touching the girls.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
I'm
if he's
just
gay and
saying,
touching the
it's
girls,
bad
is
either
that-
way. It's bad either way.
I mean, to me, it puts the Harry and Dumbledore relationship in a different light.
Yeah, because I always seen it more as a father figure.
Yeah, and now
Again,
it's
it
like
still could, just because he's gay. Look,
it felt like a daddy twink thing at that point.
Yeah, once that came out, then it kind of really shifts your whole perspective.
I mean, there's
on that.
male role models to female children, and you don't. Well, I mean, depending on the guy. Yeah, I take it back.
It's like maybe the only one I know of is probably Rowdy Roddy Piper and Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
If Gibby starts mentoring little girls or something, we're calling the authorities. So I
We'll
get it.
retroactively make him gay.
I get it.
Yes, retroactively, exactly.
I'm always curious though when an author or a creator or whoever goes back and says these type of things. It's like, was that your initial plan, or are you just hopping on that train right now?
I would assume the Dumbledore gay thing, that's hopping on the train, because she said some shit that she's trying to save face for.
With her, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
With Gizzard stuff, potentially, because I feel like a lot of those coders and a lot of those creators probably had these like thoughts back then, but it wasn't popular to say those type of thoughts.
I think it's just because of the whole Hong Kong thing from Hurston, but whatever.
I don't know.
I think they're just
I
trying
know
to get
that
brownie
like the
points wherever they
gaming
can get it.
community was probably ahead of the curve on that type of shit. I don't know why you're coughing.
I don't know why he walked away, too.
Okay.
You're the only you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
an anomaly
yes,
in your entire
yes.
gaming community.
We are way ahead of the curve. Way ahead of the curve.
You're
just
not in
don't,
that curve.
Just don't listen.
You are stuck in like a
don't
1950s
listen
abusive relationship where you
to
think that
any
Red
of
and
the
Blue's
chats.
the
Just don't listen to any of the voice chats and any game out there.
I
No,
guarantee
okay.
you the majority of gamers are probably more socially accepting of that than you.
The gamers in their little game land, they would have all this, and then if any like real person, then they just hate speech the hell out of them because they want to sound tough.
That's it.
Like, but they will have a character and be like, oh, they're a transgender character, and have all this like story behind it.
Yeah.
But if they meet a transgender person, then they have all this hate because they're
I guarantee you,
'cause they're edgy.
percentage-wise, the
'Cause they're-
gaming community is more gay than it's straight.
Yeah, but they're
I would
edgy,
agree
so
with
they
that.
gotta act like they're not.
So that would make
I
them
agree
ahead
with
of the
that.
curve.
But they go after each other
Oh,
hard.
they're mean.
Like,
They'll say the meanest fucking shit.
They're so
Oh,
edgy. Remember,
yeah.
edgy.
Yeah.
Edge.
The edge, man.
But I would
Edge
say
hurts.
they're ahead of the curve in the fact that they were creating the Dungeons and Dragons was probably where it all fucking began, and they did this shit.
Yeah.
Where you're breeding
Man.
animals across human species and stuff. That's where it starts.
Hey, man, leave the furries alone.
It's their outlet. We
The
do
furries
it.
alone.
You go under every fucking creature's undercarriage in any campaign
I don't know
you
what
do.
you're talking about.
So
You gotta test the waters, man. You don't know.
your actions are ahead of the curve, but your thought process haven't caught up yet.
Yeah. Gibby for bestiality. That's his platform.
Woo!
He mounts everything, and he never has clothes on.
Including Bahama.
Yeah, you look over to your
When it
friend
turns
of
into a
like,
wolf.
you look at your friend of 20 years who you just started beginning playing this game with, and you go, I mount him.
He turned into a wolf. It was his own fault. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure that dream's come up before Dungeons and
I'ma
Dragons.
screw him.
Anyway, Twitch. The great thing we're on right now.
Facebook.
Announced subscription price adjustments for a majority of the countries.
Increase or decrease?
So
We could use a decrease. Decrease, come on.
it's
Make it cheaper.
It's not going to affect the U.S.
Oh, well, never mind. Raise it. Fuck it.
necessarily. It's going to affect people like us who are actually.
Oh.
So if
Doing
somebody
it.
from London subscribes to us, it's going to be different?
Yeah. So basically, we're going to do a cost of living, blah blah blah. So basically, the thing they said it's $96 currently, or 96 pesos. I guess that's the Mexican currency. It's now getting dropped to 48 pesos.
Okay, so they're making it cheaper for poorer countries in theory?
Basically they're saying it's equivalent, basically, in their thing, based upon cost of living costs.
But it won't increase in richer countries, like Canada.
They didn't say that, but they said it's not affecting the United States.
Yeah, like if their GDP is high,
Yeah.
now it's 150.
Is it in terms of Doge?
I have no idea.
Is Twitch accepting Doge? Doge is on the decline right now.
Fucking
Okay,
Muskie-
so AMC starts going on the rise, starts going down, and when Doge starts coming back up, AMC starts crashing.
Yes.
I don't know the stock market well enough, but I have watched those arrows go 2 different directions every fucking time. It's like, oh, I keep staying at the same price. And I get notifications like, oh, Doge is up today. Oh, AMC's up today. And then the other one's down.
Stay tuned for the D-Anon, where he breaks it down with charts and graphs and overlays.
I will. I don't get it. It's like, oh yeah, AMC's making me money. And then you scroll a little further and went, the fuck, Doge?
Doge!
Or vice versa. Like, oh, Doge is finally on the bounce back. What the fuck, AMC?
Good old AMC.
I don't know how people do this. Like, I can see why people jumped off the buildings in 1929.
Well, the one thing you don't
the problem
watch...
is when most of your money's tied up in there, and then you go from, let's say, $100,000
To the moon to hell.
To 10,000. Yeah, I could see it, but
Yeah, and generally you don't watch it like every day.
not supposed
I
to.
know.
That's what I mean.
But
I do check it out whenever they send me a notification. It's like, oh, hey, this is doing well.
Which-
and I'll go check it, and then I notice the other one's not doing well.
That is the annoying thing with Robinhood, is it sends you notifications every day whether you're up or down.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's because they want you to look at your phone, look at the investments, and then reinvest.
and you're like, fuck off, Robinhood. I want to forget I have this, and then 10
Yeah.
years from now, when Doge finally takes off,
I
I'm
don't want
ready.
to be tempted to pull out
Yeah.
at, like, $500. I want to be 500,000.
I mean, Bitcoin's crashing too.
Yeah, I don't know what your
down
definition
to
of crashing
44.
is.
They were up at like just under 60. Now they're down to 44. That's
Well,
they
they-
basically lost a third of their fucking market share
That's been over the course of, like, the last month.
over the last week and a
Month.
half. A week and a half.
Month.
All right. It was literally at 56 at the beginning of
You
last
just
month.
said it
Last
started
week.
at 60.
Well, at the beginning. Well,
Yeah,
when
get
I
your
it
numbers
started,
straight
started at
there, Fox
56, and then I went up to 59, just under 60, at probably by Wednesday, and
Thanks,
then Elon said what Elon said, and
For what it's worth, Bitcoin is on a pretty 26% decline over the last month.
yeah. But if you look at it,
Did you say
what's it called?
30% over last week?
Yes. If you look at the basically beginning of last
20%.
week, what was it at? What was it at the beginning of last week?
I don't know how to work this app that well. Like,
That's right. You guys used the what's it called?
yeah, but it just
Coinbase,
I can't like select on the graph,
No, I know.
but it gives me the breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure 26 is a higher percentage than 20.
Correct. Yes. Mhm.
Thank you. And this is gaming news anyway.
But over 5 years, it's still up 9,000%.
Yeah. So literally,
Fucking.
I don't know how to work this thing.
That's because you're wrong.
No, I'm telling you, at the beginning of last week, I think it was around 56,000. It went up to 59 either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it's been it's been the entire way down. Granted, it didn't stay at 59 long, but it was up there. But anyway, what did you have over here? Because that's all I got for my fucking shit.
We have all sorts of assorted trivia if we need assorted trivia.
Well, we do. I think we have something that's interesting to talk about, even though he's not a Nintendo fanboy.
You can talk the golf cart.
So
thing?
there's a golf game coming out for Mario, which we haven't had a Mario golf game I think since GameCube.
Completely irrelevant. Like
I didn't
This
know
is something
there
you're
was.
probably gonna become fucking addicted to with to watch 5 hours of the next Game-a-thon. They released the roster.
Mario, Wario, Luigi.
I was gonna say, are there
You
surprises
fucking
on the
already
roster?
know who's going to be in it, though. Like, that's my whole thing. They have a limited selection of characters already set up.
There's Chargin' Chuck, new character, and King Bomb.
Bum, 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 bum.
And they all have special powers.
Yeah.
Sure, that fits in.
Sorry, remind me of the
Nintendo
Clash of Golf or whatever it is.
I have no idea
I have
what
a
you're
feeling you're gonna be addicted to this fucking game, and we're gonna get stuck watching you.
talking about. He won't play
But
it.
I thought it was
until the game
interesting that they announced all the powers. And they didn't give Waluigi one.
comes. It's a very Waluigi thing to do.
He doesn't
Yeah.
need it. He steals other people's powers.
All right, you can go to the next story.
He's
But I
just
thought
straight
the
up-
fact that they released the roster a month before the game's coming out was interesting. I'm sorry, I don't even like gaming, and this has turned into a gaming podcast.
It is interesting at the point of like, why leak the roster? Like, why? To build hype over a game that people like.
you already know almost all the characters are going to be in it anyway.
Yeah, but
It's
again,
fun to watch the list and see who they snub.
It's fun. Wow.
Look how fucking
Yeah,
batshit crazy people go. They're like, oh, Diddy Kong's not in Smash Brothers, even though he's been in it like the last 10.
See, that's why they do it. They release the roster now, find out who they're butthurt about.
Yeah.
That way they can get the DLC ready. That way after they release it, they can go, well, if you want Diddy Kong, here's your DLC.
Which he still hasn't made an appearance in the DLC. I guess they just hate Diddy Kong. Because I know the internet's also pissed that Waluigi has not made a Smash Brothers appearance. They brought in all the other Mario characters, but Waluigi has never been in Smash Brothers. He's been a trophy. That's about it.
He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
That's right.
Apparently. The Sony one, I'm surprised you don't know about.
Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed a patent for a platform that would allow users to bet on esports using physical currency, Bitcoin, or even in-game
There we go. That's how we roll the Doge.
items.
To the moon!
To the moon! I don't know. That's going to run into a lot of issues, and I already know it is.
How they get isn't there state-specific things?
It's going to be, you're going to have issues, because every state, you're going to have state-specific issues, you're going to have country-specific issues. You're going to have so many issues with that, it's going to be mind-blowing.
What do they call it? Loot boxes.
Again, a lot of the countries out there started going after them. EA
Not
pretty
America.
hard, yeah.
Not America.
So, two states went after them, but then they kind of backed down because, I guess,
EA
pandemic.
paid them off.
Yeah. Or that, yeah, because Hawaii went after them, and I forget what the other state that went after them. Some other random-ass state.
Probably Alaska. Why not? Just get the two furthest ones.
Yeah, exactly. But I know Britain went after them.
I knew they did.
I think Netherlands or one of them small countries in there actually kicked them out.
Does sound like a white person thing to do.
Yeah, but it's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. The betting thing, I think, is going to cause a lot of controversies if it does happen, because there's already a lot of controversies when you look at CSGO with it. And
CSGO bets? Or you're betting on... You're saying that betting on CSGO is a problem?
Yeah, the CSGO stuff. And then the problem is the pros start betting on themselves, and then it just becomes a...
Can't they Pete Rose them?
That's what I say, Pete Rose, and then you have this entire thing like, well, did they throw? Well, it just... Oh, my God. It just gets...
Can't they go to jail for doing that, though?
Becomes a fucking headache. Well, not necessarily, because it's not
fraud.
It's not necessarily like a true betting thing. If it becomes more well known, yes, I would agree with you on that one.
Okay.
But in like a gaming thing, it's not like
it's not established laws and stuff on it yet, unless they just
well, the
bring
other
the
problem
sports
is
betting rules
it's
on
not
with
a
it.
shit ton of money either. It's not like Pete Rose when there's a ton of people out there gambling on this shit. Like this is esports, and it
the Vegas odds aren't there for it.
Majority of the people watching are fucking under probably 12. Like, they don't have fucking money to really...
Or legally able to bet?
Or even legally able to bet, yeah. So it's a little...
What you're saying is there's a market we can capitalize on before it happens.
Yeah, exactly. So there's it's a little bit limited, basically, like who would actually do it and how it's... Yeah, that's the other issue you would also have, is basically kids are going to try gambling and then...
On their dad's account. They already buy fucking... V-Bucks on Fortnite without telling their parents.
Yeah.
What's going to stop them from donating to PewDiePie? They're betting for him or betting against him.
Yeah, so...
Is he still a thing?
I guess, I don't know.
They've had casino video games for a long time. Kids already know how to bet.
Yeah. As they are of the fucking send it mindset.
So that one's a little... I think that one's... I don't think that's going to go anywhere. At all, actually.
Well, the good thing is
I think it's
doing
going to be more of a headache than what it's worth.
Well, the good thing is they're doing it for the PS5. So therefore, it's not happening
2023.
Yeah, exactly. Not happening yet.
Eric can bet against himself, I guess.
Woo! It'll also be interesting how you would even be able to extract the money from it as well. Because they're going to have some way of...
Probably a cap, like they have on like everything. You have to hit a certain threshold before you can take it out.
Yeah, but you have to get... Like, right now, all their process is bringing in money.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to somehow retro it back out. They're probably going to have... Like I said,
they don't do refunds.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah, right, Frank.
Yeah.
No refund?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you have a problem with that?
From what?
I want to say it was Anthem, where you bought something and you tried to get a refund.
I almost feel like they'll just give you credit, and you can just go in the store. Like, the problem is getting the money out of it's probably going to be a nightmare.
I mean...
I felt like you had a problem with Sony one time where you needed a refund, and they were just like, nah, dude, you're beat. Unless, it could have been somebody else. Could have been the other Frank.
The only thing I think you had an issue was with Minecraft, right?
Yeah, that was where they kept blaming each other.
Yeah, but that wasn't money related.
Alright, maybe that was it then.
But yeah, so they're gonna have a lot of work there, and I don't think it's, to me, there's gonna be a lot of risk involved with that. That's probably not really worth their time.
There was a thing, I don't know if this is it, but FIFA, after buying FIFA and finding out that it didn't have an online
That was it.
season that we could do, I wanted to return it, but it's like, once you downloaded it and started playing,
Yeah.
it's yours.
That's the incident I remember.
Yeah, so just keep in mind that if you buy a digital game, once you play it, you're stuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing happens with Candy Crush or V-Bucks or all that bullshit.
That's
Once you do that transaction, you're like, no, there's no proof that you didn't actually use it.
That's right.
So...
Where it's like, can you look at the game time? I played 5 minutes and went, oh, it doesn't have what I want.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you open a game, you could at least return the game.
It's true.
You probably... Actually, I don't know.
GameStop gives you a 48-hour turnaround time.
Okay.
You get your full credit.
See, keep GameStop around.
Yeah.
That's right. So if
Whereas,
you beat it in 48 hours, good for you.
You, in theory, could return it. It's called the player... It's not... Because it was because of the fucking Anthem game. That Anthem game crashed. It was breaking systems. And everybody was like, no, you don't get a full fucking refund.
Anthem? Are you sure? It wasn't in...
It's the EA one that came out before Apex, and then Apex came out, and Apex was better. Which I think it was...
Okay.
I think that was the game.
I thought it was what's called 20...
Cyberpunk? No,
yeah.
but that's covered now in that plan.
Yeah.
So if you played that game for the first day and you hated it, you could have took it back and got full credit. He tells me this all the time. He's like, dude, I don't open the game for the first 48 hours.
You sure it wasn't like a No Man's Sky thing? Because No Man's Sky was bad. It was a big hype. So many people bought it.
I think it was that, and then right after was Anthem. So it was like a 1-2 punch of like these games that were just fucking falling flat for AAA prices.
Yeah.
And they were just like, well, you got a 48-hour turnaround now. If you don't like it within 48 hours, we'll take it back and give you full credit.
Yeah.
And I laugh every time he tells me that because I don't open the game.
In 48
Honestly,
days.
it's not a bad thing, because like, you can literally, it's like, if you do Call of Duty or something, you only play like the campaign, you can easily beat that in 2 days.
Yeah, but nobody...
You could beat Resident Evil 8 in 10 hours, apparently.
You don't buy the Call of Duty games for the campaign, though. You normally you're playing multiplayer.
I bet you could even do God of War probably in 2 days.
You could. If you were that committed. I mean, I could have technically returned Spider-Man the first time I played it. I bought it and beat that thing in 2 days. They didn't have that policy at the time, and I ultimately kept it for the DLC. But, I don't know.
You just buy it again when DLC comes out.
For a cheaper price when it's on sale because of the Christmas
and
holiday.
then beat the DLC, and because you have it saved already, and then send it.
Like, that's I mean, even though video games are getting more expensive, that's still a lot of fucking work for $60, $70.
Yeah, it stays in the plastic
You know
for
what I mean?
48 hours in my house.
That's right.
If they were like, hey, you got a week, maybe I could bank on that.
Maybe.
That's not even... I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is still wrapped.
I'll probably be back here next week to pick up more games.
Yeah.
Maybe if I have it beat by...
I'd just rather they keep the policy, because again, there are games that you buy that just, they're not what you thought.
Nope.
Yeah.
And instead of being stuck... I mean, granted, FIFA, like, it was $10 or whatever, because
Yeah.
we bought it cheap. But it's just a stupid thing that once you play an online game, a digital game...
They bought football cheap, too, and then I paid full price.
I don't understand how you can't return a digital game.
You're right.
Especially when you can see gameplay.
And that, you could just turn it off. Like...
Flip the switch, man.
Yeah.
Flip the switch.
So that's just some Sony BS. If I find out Xbox gives full refunds, it's another strike against Sony.
Yeah.
Well, you only have to pay like $10 to get access to their entire library.
That's also true.
So
Yeah, with
they
the
don't,
game-
they don't have an
Game
issue
Pass?
because you don't have to return it because you have access to everything.
With yeah. So really, what I'm getting more out of this is I don't know why I'm not switching to Xbox.
Sony got too big for its britches, and it's now flexing this weird dick power of, like, you just gotta take it.
Yeah, and
now
I'm
it's
sitting
like,
here,
whoa.
sitting here like, nah.
Yeah, Xbox is coming up behind, like, we won't do that to you.
Because like EA and all
For
them
2
are
cycles.
that like football,
Yeah.
like football, soccer, all hockey, all that's going to be in there for $10.
Oh, wait, are you talking the EA
Eric
pass?
is gonna be so
No,
pissed.
it's all on there.
Because
It's all part of that $10 thing.
EA
all
has their
EA
own
stuff's in there,
EA has their own separate thing you can do though.
but it's also in Xbox.
Eric
Oh,
is
it's
gonna
part of
included
that
with
deal.
it. Yeah.
Eric's gonna be so pissed when we also has the PS5.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
so happy he got that PS5 early, dude. Well,
And he's gonna pout, and then his wife's gonna have to beat him.
most of the games are cross-platform
I
anyway.
can't see how PlayStation doesn't replicate it in some because it's such a crazy selling point. It's mind-blowing.
Well, PlayStation doesn't even have a selling point for PS5 exclusives yet.
Yeah.
PlayStation doesn't even have a PS5 yet. Let's get
There
it.
you go. That's where it comes
even,
down to.
Even Halo Infinity, whenever that comes out, is also going to be part of the $10. Like, there's no reason to buy a AAA game anymore. Like, most games are going to be in that
How's
fucking
that
subscription.
model survive?
Because, I mean,
there's
I'm assuming
$10
basically
every month.
they probably...
I feel like
all
you're going
eternity?
to water down these big game developers, and they'll splinter off into smaller ones and start charging and won't let it in that library.
I'd be willing to bet.
I think what's going to happen is it's just going to cause more loot stuff, more loot crates. There's also going to be a lot more season passes. They're going to get their money elsewhere.
I'd still be willing
It's
to
going
bet,
to
like...
fuck over the people in the PlayStation, though, because they have to pay full price, and then pay for all the extra
I'd still be willing to bet, like, overall, they probably make, like, if it's $10 a month, forever, like, a lot of people probably stick to just one or two games. There's not too many people that, like, branch out to play a lot of games.
Thing. So if you think about how many... Yeah, I was going to say, you're different. But me, I bought...
Yeah, I stream something almost different every fucking other week.
I may have bought 4 games this year, but most of them are only like $20. Like, I would never... I don't actually put that much money into it.
See, but that's kind of what I'm getting
but
at.
I
is
would
that
definitely pay the $10.
In reality,
Yeah.
they probably on the back end making more money. Plus, people forget to cancel it. Kids die and they're grieving, so they don't cancel it. You know, shit like that happens.
I mean, the last game that I paid full price for, Madden.
Worst game of the year.
Yeah, and that's because you guys kept bullying me to play it, and I was like, fine, whatever, I'll play it, I don't care.
We bully you for a lot of other stuff you don't cave on.
Wear the fucking jersey.
But, so that's interesting. But yeah, that's the last, because I bought, last week I played Command & Conquer. I only bought that because it was on sale. It was fucking $8. Pretty much everything I bought the fucking all the Halos, and because Halo Infinite, the Halo Master Chief Collection went on sale. It was only fucking $24 and all the Halos. Like, I don't pay full price for fucking games. I'll just wait for them to come out in discount, fucking then buy them.
I do. I support the industry. Fuck this guy.
I'm on Gibby's side. I don't buy new games.
Yep. That's why these smaller developers start dying.
If you look at
games are repetitive like EA.
If I kept buying full price games, I would be starving and dying.
True, but if you bought full price games, maybe Madden wouldn't just be a skin cover every fucking year.
True.
No, that's the reason why it dropped so fast.
I know.
Because people keep paying.
I bought...
You actually need people to stop paying full price in order to actually get EA to fix their issue.
Yeah, you need to stop the sales.
Yeah, you need to stop the sales in order for them
If they keep selling full price, why would they change anything?
You still keep buying it anyway. You all own it. You're going to get it.
No, that's the problem. That's what we're saying.
So they're putting in 30% of the effort and selling it at 30% and still making 100%.
No, they're still
selling. You're agreeing with us, but you're not.
I'm not agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you actually were to say I would invest at the beginning, they would invest more in the game.
No, false. If they're selling a brand new game, if they're selling $70 copies of the game, they're not going to put any effort. Like, they won. That's it. They won.
People keep buying it over and over again.
They're
Why
getting all.
time and money
They were doing that to begin with, and then everybody goes, fuck this. I'm not going to keep putting money into it, and then they start taking away quality, and now you're buying it for $20 to $30 cheaper every time. And now they're not fixing things.
Disagree. At the beginning, it's because they had competition. They stopped once.
No, 2K doesn't have the rights yet.
They don't have the rights.
They're exclusive. EA has the exclusive.
Once they lost the rights is
Madden.
when fucking this whole fucking every year just do a skin code over it happened.
Whatever.
Like, that was the whole problem there.
No,
If you keep undercutting them, they're never going to do anything to fix it.
If I was EA, I wouldn't even bother, because if I have that many idiots out there paying for it and that many idiots buying the loot crates, I would never in a million years put any time and effort into that game.
Yeah, there's no way paying full price.
There's no way. It's actually physically stupid.
Buying that full price. And nobody's buying that shit.
You know how many people...
There's a lot of people that buy it.
Doesn't buy other stuff.
Correct. But they're
never going to grow that market.
But they'll drop... It doesn't matter. You know how much money they drop into that game?
Nothing.
It's ridiculous.
There's no way that they probably... The most money they drop into that game is the rights, and the rights alone. And then give you the same
I'm talking about the players.
Game.
I'm talking about people, like, just say me. Like, say I was big into Madden.
Yeah.
How much money I would put into that game.
Yeah, if you played the ultimate...
Probably $1,000 every single one.
If you played the ultimate team...
You don't understand what is built into that, and this is the reason why players are pissed off about it.
Those 10 people... Like, the 10 people out of 100
it's
focus group.
It's way more than 10 people is your problem.
I'm saying 10 people in a 100-person focus group. 90 people are waiting until it drops at Christmas and buy it.
It'll probably be like 1% of the player base out there.
No. Okay, so then the 99% are buying it at that cheaper rate. Therefore, why would you put effort into something and it's only 99% of the people aren't going to fucking buy?
But you're making so much money off of them, it's actually irrelevant. It's actually irrelevant. That's the problem.
Whatever. Go to the next story.
Like that. Whatever. Links All Games, Resurrecting Zombies. Ate my neighbors. Oh my god. I never played that game.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
Yeah, they're remastering it, releasing in July.
You're
And sequel.
Oh no, I'm pissed because it's bullshit. And
What?
Just go on. No, your logic
It's-
is fucking retarded, and you can go to hell.
My logic's not retarded.
It is retarded.
It's just how that.
It is retarded.
It's how that.
You're not gonna make a better product if people are buying it at a cheaper price. They accept it and will just buy it at that shit price.
I have to.
After all the other stores have already bought their fucking inventory on it. They're not losing anything. They're not. WWE is doing the same thing with their games. And there is a competition to that.
Madden is always one of the top selling games every single year. At full price. Always one of the top selling games.
That's bullshit, because on
every
other
single year.
fucking shows, you tell me Minecraft, World of Warcraft are top sellers all the time. And you're going to tell me Madden's the top seller now?
There's a big difference in there.
What's the difference?
Because I'm talking
Because they
dollars.
do patch updates to
I'm
that.
talking dollars.
Yeah, Minecraft's the highest grossing of all time.
It's of all time, but not in a single year.
You don't know that. How many times you buy it? You bought the game 5 times.
It's one of the highest grossing. Yes, World of Warcraft probably is the highest grossing game ever.
Yeah, and it probably
But
breaks in more than Madden on a yearly basis, guaranteed.
Not recently, no.
What do you mean not recently? They started re-releasing it.
Yeah, I know. I had to shut up because you're right. The re-releases probably may have.
Madden 21, okay.
Number 4 on the list of
Number
2020.
4 on the list.
Call of Duty in the top 2.
Again, but Call of Duty, again, copy and paste shop. Modern Warfare, copy and paste shop. Animal Crossing, I'll give them. That's not really a copy and paste.
It is a copy and paste. They didn't do. They just
fucking NFL, it's a copy and paste job. They're the highest grossing fucking things out there. Money off of it.
You're saying they're making the money out the get-go. They're getting it on that back end. I guarantee you, when the price gets slashed, that's when most sales come in.
No.
Yes. There's no way people are spending that much money in it out the gate. No way.
2019, Madden was number 3 top selling of the year.
And now, at the end of the year, it
comes out in September. It comes out in September.
September to December, it's going to be full fucking price.
In November. What the fuck are you talking about? I have bought that game in November for $10.
Look, it's 2019. 2020
yes,
was
and
the
I have
top.
bought that game from GameStop. Why do you think I own them?
You would have bought.
Why do you think I own them?
You would have bought 2019
no,
and 2019.
I have bought them the same fucking year. Why do you think I own them?
There's no way 2020 would be on sale if the fucking rosters haven't even been made yet.
Every November, guaranteed. That's why I have them. That is why I have them. That's why we ran tournaments on them, because I got them at a discount price 2 months after the release. And then the holiday sales run it the fuck up. So please, tell me why you think people are dropping this money in September when in 2 months it's cut.
I really wish that they would have something on here, because I guarantee you an overwhelming majority of their sales at full price.
Sales in October and November.
Correct.
So you have 1 month of full sales and 3 months on discount for the holiday season.
So you think
suck a dick?
You think the game comes out for once and then it goes down on a crazy discount for the brand new
Yes, EA games. Yes. That's why I own them. Suck a dick.
No fucking way, dude.
There's
no way that they would discount it that early on.
They
would discount.
You just read it.
They'll discount.
You just read it.
They'll discount the year prior, not the year that just came out. They
discount the year that comes out because of how shit the game is. That's why I own the current year. That is why I always own the current year. I get the current year in November. Every fucking time. The bulk of sales are probably fucking Black Friday, Cyber Monday at a discounted price.
Correct. They'll probably drop it down to like $50.
No, I'm getting into like 25, $20, half price. I'm not dropping $50 on a fucking football game.
I refuse to believe that it gets discounted that much, that heavy out of the get-go. There's
does.
no... Frank, am I wrong in thinking this? Like, I can't fathomably believe that game gets discounted.
Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true.
Well, see, I'm trying to think, like, It might drop for like a Black Friday sale though.
The Black Friday, Cyber Monday
is
standard.
on.
I can't see it going
months.
down more than like $10, maybe fucking $15.
If it's
Every time.
Now, half price for the prior year, yes, I would completely understand that, but not the current year that's getting ready that just came out.
But I think regardless of when it drops, it's still in the top 5 every year of highest selling game.
Yeah. I'm telling you the sales come in
saying,
the back half when it's cheaper.
He's saying the reason that
saying
the sales are so high is because it gets discounted.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that's true. I think it's all coming in almost at full price.
I guarantee you it's true.
That's basically the argument here.
Because those type of gamers are not hardcore people I have to have it day of. They are not those kind of gamers. They will wait until that November.
I will
October
tell you, your hardcore fucking football gamers are going to buy it day of.
There's not enough of them to drive the sales as high as you think it's driving them. Not enough.
Can you do, I guess it's got to be like release day or...
This is going to take some actual...
Because I guarantee you, in 2018, I know for a fact, 2018, the highest grossing of 2018 was Spider-Man.
Makes
not
sense.
fucking Madden.
But I'm not saying it's always in the top. I'm not saying it's
always
the top
it's
every
in the
year.
top either. I'm telling you, it's two demographics.
Yeah.
2018?
Gamers will wait who play fucking football a month because they can still play last year's for a month.
It's difficult to say that because of all the fucking online shit they have. I really question it.
Well, see, that's going to be harder to track, too, because then that's all...
I get the problem here, and we're arguing over something that I don't know if we can actually figure out. Because he's arguing timing, and I'm calling bullshit on the timing, because I think a majority of it's going to happen probably prior. Unless there's a bunch... The people that are buying on Black Friday, Cyber Monday are probably buying for Christmas gifts.
Yeah. For those fans.
For the younger people, but...
Parents buying that game
correct.
For their kids.
1,010%. But a majority of the people who play Madden, majority of them are my age. They're not kids.
Yeah, but they're not gamers like you.
Correct.
They will wait the month.
That's the reason why
Ask
I don't play
Kerbin when he buys Madden.
Because
Kerbin is probably a Madden guy.
No.
Oh, why is he not a Madden guy?
I don't even know if he owns Madden.
He owns all the football games. Him, Dane, all of them own that. Well, not Chuck. Chuck doesn't play video.
Well, that's news to me, because why is he not?
I'm just telling you, those football fucking fans.
It's shocked if he
do not buy it day of.
If he's in it, I'm shocked because I don't know why he wouldn't be in the fucking league with us if he actually owns Madden.
Who, Kerbin?
Yeah.
He didn't buy this year.
Didn't buy this year.
Well, we bought last year's. We
We
have 2020, 2021
but he doesn't buy
came
it
out.
day of, and he's probably the biggest football fan there is in our group.
He doesn't buy He doesn't buy it every year.
He buys every year.
Oh,
He does.
So that would be a football fan game.
No, he's not.
Okay, what
he's
other
not
games does he
into
play?
that though.
What other games does he play?
He plays fucking some Apex all the time.
That's
like,
a free game. So
literally
all
all the
right,
time.
what
Plays
games do
Call
he
of
buy?
Duty.
Free game. You talking about Warzone?
I don't think he's
I
played.
don't think he's ever played Warzone.
I don't think he's played anything other than Apex over the last like 2
Over
years.
the last couple, yeah, he's only been playing Apex. But
So
yeah,
the
but
commitment
prior
to
that,
gaming
yeah.
on his part is not as heavy as you're saying. So when it
He
comes to
is
fucking football fans, they are not investing in
He's
this.
not a football person though. I would not say not a football gamer. He watches football.
Who do you think the fucking demographic is for football gamers then?
If
If it's not the avid football fan.
What
is the gamer then?
It's going to be people who are really into games and really into football. Kerbin is not really into games. Is the problem?
Okay. So
It's going to be
those
someone
half
like
the
me
NFL
who's
fan
into
base.
both. But I'm not into fucking sports games.
So you just took your argument and said it's going to be someone like me and then said it doesn't work in this instance.
But I'm not into sports games, so that's the difference. But people who are into sports games won't play anything else. They'll only play the NFL game.
You're
so
right,
Kerbin's
and they
already
don't
excluded.
buy it day of because they're not gamers and they
they
don't
do.
care
They'll
enough to
buy it.
have it day of.
They'll buy it
They
day
will
of.
wait for the price
They
drop.
will 1,000%
They
buy
will
it day of.
wait for the fucking price
It's the only game they play. They will buy it
drop.
day
Yeah, and
of.
they can continue playing the last year's game up until the price drop.
They will buy it day of because it's the only game they play.
Oh,
That's
then
like
it's not enough sales to drive
that's
it up.
Christmas to them.
You're
is
telling
when
me
the
it's
new
not
game
enough
comes
fans
out.
to fucking do it this way,
That's
and
like-
then you say, but it's enough fans to drive the price up.
That's like saying when I was playing WoW, I wasn't pre-ordering it. They're literally at the midnight release to get the newest WoW when WoW came out. That was the game I was playing.
Okay.
I'm 1,000% invested. People who are in the NFL Madden are 100% advanced. They're going to pre-order.
Okay, but I'm telling you that's not a large enough base to run up the fucking price. I'm telling you that's not a large enough base to run up the fucking price.
I think that there's way more people out there that are into Madden than you realize.
You keep flip-flopping on your fucking
No! I'm the same thing. I'm telling you,
now all of a sudden there's enough people out there that it's a core.
There's a core.
You know, 20 minutes ago when we started this argument, there wasn't.
Oh my god. I did not. I've always said that there's a core. There's a niche audience for this game.
You know, niche isn't a broader audience, then, right? You're using it to your soul sign into one
small.
thing.
It's a small thing, but it's much larger than what you realize. Is what I'm trying to say. Yes, it's a niche. Guess what? StarCraft 2 is a niche. Oh my god, Apex is a niche.
I didn't say that it was.
Modern Warfare is a niche. They're all niches. They're all small categories.
You have nothing. You read on the fucking screen that the sales drop in November and October. And you told me that I was wrong on that.
Sales drop November, October.
And that's when you make the boost of the sales. So you're telling me in 1 month's time, they can make the most of their sales for that fucking year compared to the 3 months on sale.
If you go at any other game out there, yes, that's the trend line. You make
no,
all your
it's not any other game. It's this specific game.
I will say yes.
That is the question at hand.
I will say yes. That's probably when they make most of their sales. Is when it first releases. You probably got 3 to... is when you're going to make most of your sales. That is pretty standard across all video games. That's standard in the industry.
I'm talking specifically. It's not the same industry. You tell me it's not the same fucking industry, and then you fucking quote industry standards. That's what you're doing here.
It is a video game. That is an industry.
Inside
the industry, there's a bunch of niches. But they all follow the same fucking trends.
No, they don't. Apex doesn't follow the trend. It's a free fucking game. It's a different fucking way to get money.
Most people downloaded it basically in the first fucking
That's not true. Okay, if you take our group as a fucking statistic focus group, there were 3 of us, and now there's 10 of you. So that didn't all happen the first time it dropped. So you're fucking wrong based on that example.
You don't. There's way.
You're not right.
You're not in the gaming industry like
you just used it as an example. You used it as an example, and I told you 3 people
started
off in season 1, and then 10 people showed up for season 7. They did not show up at season 1.
Correct. But
based on your logic, the same thing is happening with EA.
It's a hockey stick. When it first comes out, it skyrockets, and then it goes into a slow rise. No, it's the hockey stick like this is the first fucking month, and then it goes like this.
You just said it's an industry standard, and Apex broke that fucking logic the moment you brought it up in our little focus group.
No, this was right here. Hockey first month, boom, and then a slow rise. It's called a hockey stick. It is fucking standard. Honestly, you want to know something? It's not even standard in the gaming industry. It's standard in business. When a new product launches, it's called a fucking hockey stick. It goes skyrockets. Usually it's your first year, and then you go, and it goes like this, a gradual growth, and it eventually comes down. And then what your company has to do has to come up with a new product in order to hockey stick again. It's standard. I don't understand. Like, it's very common. It's very standard in the business industry. It's definitely standard in the gaming industry. When a game first comes out, that's when you see the biggest growth in player base. Why? No. You start off from fucking 0.
No, they don't start off from 0. They're starting off from the previous year. They have a previous game to keep playing. Hands down, if you have 2021, you still had 2020 to play. Why didn't we all get PS5s? Why didn't we all get PS5s?
But you were looking at the sales. So yours only 4 months in there. And I'm saying it's a hockey stick. Therefore, that means...
We started talking about the sales. We started talking about sales. And I told you, the back end of it, when it's fucking discounted, is when they make the most money. That was the original argument. That was our original argument.
Correct. And I disagree with you 100%. I'm saying it's all in the beginning.
You just agreed.
It's in the beginning. It's in the first fucking month.
It's not.
Whatever.
It's not. Hands down, it is not.
FIFA's the only sport game he buys on release.
Who?
I'm 40 casual.
Mope?
Yeah.
He's a diehard FIFA fan.
Again, it's the same concept. He's diehard. It's the same concept. And then you have people that also do it for fucking...
$10 2 months later.
And for the NFL. And I guarantee you, Moke, how much money do you actually spend after the fact on FIFA? Because that's another one where you have all this fucking roulette shit in there in order to unlock all the best characters for their fucking online modes. But these people who, like, again, you're probably going to spend a fortune for it. And I don't think you understand, like, what this is the reason why all the companies are mad at them about loot boxes and stuff. Because they lock, like, Messi, and all these fucking high-profile players behind in order for them to...
You're doing a different argument. So those players aren't even available at launch, so why do you buy it at launch?
They are available at launch. 1,010% available at launch.
They're available at launch. You're telling me the DLC is available
at
launch?
There is no DLC. There is no DLC in these games. It comes out every year. I'm saying for you to play on the online thing, in order to get the best players, you have to put all this money into these loot boxes in order to unlock the best players. It's a random chance.
And you're telling me they'd rather put
them.
the full money into the game at day of and then go after those loot boxes.
So
rather than wait a month or two, get it at a lower price, and then go after that.
When people drop probably $2 or $3 grand into the game, guess what?
So
an extra fucking $30.
Super committed to gaming at that point.
That's the niche that I'm talking about, and that's what I don't think you understand.
And
what
that
I'm saying
is not as large as you think to justify the sales. There's 3 people in this room that bought it. Well, should have been 3 people that would have bought it at discount.
Your problem is not those sales number includes all the fucking loot boxes.
They probably will not.
If they do not, then
probably.
Yeah. So
I say probably.
I bet you they're probably
know.
one of the highest grossing games
but
every single year. Once you include all their loot boxes.
I've been trying to find just a sales chart. It was the top selling game of August, but I don't know how many of these games were released around that time. It's a bad. It's a number Madden 21 was the top selling game in terms of dollars August 2020. So when it got released, it jumped to the top of the charts. But
all that other stuff, at least 3 through 6, that was already out.
Yeah, that's a hard.
C's not gonna compare.
All the way down to 10, it was already out.
That's a hard comparison.
Yeah, none of those.
It doesn't give me.
None of them were out in August.
Just UFC, but no, I don't really know anyone. I don't know any. The only person I know who buys UFC is Anthony.
If
He's
I
the
could
only
find
person I
an
know that buys
sales
those games.
chart on Madden itself, but they don't seem to have that. So it would help with this argument because it would at least give the data to the argument. But I can't find it.
I don't know if you're gonna see. Well,
they should.
Why would they ever show it?
You probably got to look up not sales. You probably have to look up units sold. Because I don't think they're ever going to tell you sales in dollars because that's you run into issues with that. But they'll probably tell you units because they're going to boast about how many units.
Well, at the same time, they include the promo units and what they hand out for free fucking review codes and stuff like that. Same way WrestleMania is 90,000 every year when you can only fit 75,000 in fucking.
I don't know if they actually have that. Because again, it's a copy paste job, so I don't know why you would need to do promo stuff out there. But I guess they might have to have some because somebody has to review it. But I don't know. It's not like normal games where they're gonna they're blanketing it out a bunch of them out there. They'll probably put out. I'm sure there's gonna have to have some because I guess all the gaming big newspaper stuff have to have some kind of review on it.
I think you're gonna run into an issue too because most of these Madden releases are protected, so usually other games don't release around them. It's very rare.
And that's why it's hard for they're the opening time, but that doesn't tell me when.
That's what I'm saying. I think you have to look up units sold by month. I don't even know if they'll tell you that. Well, they might. Units sold. Can you just look up units sold in the first week? The problem is you have to change it to where you're not actually looking at sales dollars. If you look at units sold in the first week and then probably total number of units sold, that says 130 million or 1.9 million units were sold. Well, how many of them were done in the first week? Because that's really the argument that we're having here. Because I'm saying that the majority he's thinking it's going to happen
franchise records.
Don't stop
I
expanding
said the
your
first
fucking...
month. I said the first 4 weeks.
You just said week.
You can... Well, no, I said
I'll
you
watch
look
it
up...
back tomorrow, and I will highlight specifically
you can.
where
And then you're right. I did say it last
running in
week, 2
circles.
seconds ago. But the original argument was the first 4. I said the first month is when
You
most of
said
their money's
day
going to
of
come
to
in.
start this argument. You said launch.
Well, I think Gibby's main point was full price. Yours was drop off, right?
If you rewatch it, I was saying the first 4 weeks, and then I said I'm the one that go in the first day of because of what. I understand where you're coming from when you're thinking I'm saying it, but I originally said the first month, first 4 weeks of one on launch.
100 million.
Because that's when most of the sales are going to happen. But I'm just saying if you look at the first week, because that would be something that a gaming company would boast. Because I don't think they'll do the first month. They might do the first month, but they'll do the first week if they had a ton of units sold. And then all you do then is can figure out how many units sold for the entire year and what the percent is in the first week. But again, I don't know if they're going to tell you or not. Like,
I mean, it's probably here
Blizzard and
somewhere.
stuff does, just because they like boasting their numbers.
Best man.
They don't tell you dollars, though. Like, that's the problem. It's really hard. They'll tell you at the end of the year, but that's the only reason you'll see that is because it's on their press releases and their shareholder meetings.
Yeah, all the people that are into that Ultimate Team bullshit, they buy the packs so they can elect the players and shit.
And some of those packs are like fucking $500 for one pack for a roll. You don't even know what the fuck you're gonna get. For one roll, $500. That's just fucking mind-blowing to me. And I seen it, there's a ton of people out there to do it. Because the other thing is it's not, well, Madden is a little bit different, because Madden probably is primarily in the United States. FIFA, on the other hand, that's a fucking crazy cash cow for them, because that's way bigger abroad. And you do have people in the States, but it's nowhere near as big in the States.
From August to October is the third best-selling game in the U.S., but still doesn't say how many...
You can't even look up from August to November November
2020?
because your problem is that
I don't think any games came out besides that
Well,
because of the fucking pandemic.
Yeah, because again, Madden comes out like...
2021?
Madden normally comes out before...
2020, yeah.
Call of Duties and stuff come out like November.
Probably
And
Call of Duty
Madden
will come
comes out August, September.
You probably Google. I feel like there was a couple. When did the 2020 whatever the fuck that stupid thing that fucking flopped massive? That was prior. Or that's what's come out with the PlayStation, I think. Cyberpunk?
That was November.
November?
I don't know. But either way, the people buying the game, period, is what's making it so EA doesn't have to do anything. Whether you buy it for $5 or $100, you're just still buying their shit. That's the problem.
But I
mean,
also
I know
think
that's not...
they're waiting for that nugget later on. They're okay with waiting and taking a cut on it.
Yeah, well...
When the mass buys it.
I would completely disagree. Oh, Monster Hunters came out in July.
For what it's worth, I don't remember...
Oh, but that's not
It's August to October.
I don't
It's
remember
only
if I
Switch
bought...
release, though.
Normally, I wouldn't buy Madden on release date either. But I think I did this year because we had the franchise going. So it was different circumstances for me.
And it was the only thing that came out. There wasn't anything new. So 2020 is a bad metric to run against.
Yeah.
2020, everything kept getting pushed.
Oh, shit. That's why I'm in 2021. So I was like, wait a minute. New World didn't come out yet. What the
But-
fuck?
But there's no way you're going to tell me that, like, A, the prices don't get slapped. It's the only reason I own them. I do not pay full price for any sports game because I don't play them.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they get the discounts you keep saying. I think the
They
year
do.
prior does, but
Oh
not
my
the same. Not that
fucking
year
God.
of.
They do.
And if it does, it's only
Go back
going
in our
to be.
chats because I guarantee I put the fucking
only
GameStop
going
link
to
in there.
be for fucking.
No, you go back in our chats.
Probably
The GameStop
just
link will be in
Black
there.
Friday and Cyber Monday were the only times I could possibly see a
It's the
pretty.
whole fucking month. Go in there and look. I sent the fucking link. Those sales happen all the time, on point, and ever since we started doing tournaments at Adventureland, I started buying it in that time frame.
June.
So there's that price cut. And B, because of that, and I've bought multiple copies during that time frame,
Elder
that's when they
Scrolls.
sell their most copies. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. Because there is enough overlap that could be done with that previous year's game to carry you into the next game and wait for that cut.
I mean, technically, you say the same thing about World of Warcraft.
You're right. You
But
guys are just idiots. That buy the
Absolutely,
game
it never
first
happens.
part.
Second that thing comes up, if you're still
That's
in
a
the old one,
hardcore gaming group
and I'm telling you,
that
there's
buy
a ton
skins
of
and
people.
pay all kinds. There's
I just
on the
told you,
football
there's
end
a
of it-
fucking loot
on
box
the
in there for
football end of it-
$500, and people drop $500
On
for
that
it.
football end of it, it's not nearly as massive as the WoW end of it.
I completely disagree. I would.
And you're just
I would
saying that
act-
to say that.
I would
'cause
actually say
there's
that
no way WoW doesn't has a equal player base to fucking Madden. There's no way. There is no way.
people-wise, no, but craziness, yes. Or no, I would
Who
actually
the
say
fuck
no,
would-
because they're
what do you
even
mean
crazier on the
people-wise,
NFL
no?
one.
What do you mean people-wise no? That's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking
Total
about
head count.
fucking people.
Well, current.
We're talking about head count.
Yeah, no.
You
Nowhere's
just said it
near-
was comparable. You said it was comparable.
I'm saying NFL people are worse They're way more addicted to it.
You're saying that they will pay more. That's fine.
Yes.
I'm telling you that group is way smaller than WoW, and that's what I said.
Well,
Verbatim.
no one's going to compete to WoW. WoW has got one
That
of
was
the
my
largest
point.
subscription bases
That
out
was
there.
my point, and you immediately went, no, EA can. You said, no, Madden will compare against it. You fucking did. You just did. I don't know how short-term memory you fucking got, but you just said...
No, because I didn't realize you're talking player base. If you're talking player base, yes, you're right. But no one can actually compete against that.
We are talking about player base this whole fucking time.
Well, we're talking dollars.
Yes.
Dollars is completely different.
Oh my god.
Like it's not even comparable.
It is.
When somebody will drop $500 for a fucking one
person drops 500. 500 people drop $1.
No.
Same fucking money.
No, but you don't get
same fucking money. Still $500.
I don't think you realize how many people play WoW for free.
I think you're just arguing to argue.
I don't think you know how many
you're
people
just
play WoW
arguing
for free.
to argue.
Doesn't pay for that shit.
Dan doesn't. Dan doesn't pay for anything. That's
People
Dan's
don't.
fucking.
Like that's the problem. Like
then why is their marketplace so fucking valuable in WoW? Or
it's
Diablo
not.
or
It's
games
a dying
like that?
fucking thing.
It's
that's the reason why they're going with the classic. The classic's the only thing breathing life into that. They're not even talking about the new expansion that they're dropping for the original series because no one really plays it. Shadowlands or some shit. Like that's dying. I mean, they're dead to go back to the
but
classic
even at
in order to get
them
people back
dying,
into
it's
it.
still more than Madden, hands down. I'm telling you,
I would question.
Madden's dying. Would Madden not be dying because of the updates they're not doing?
No.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for the pandemic, maybe. But like you already said, 2020 is a bad year.
It's a bad tracking year. I guarantee you that had it not been for what's this?
8 million.
This is PSN.
This is PSN.
Okay.
But there's
there's no whack in the heyday at 8 million.
That's probably overall.
This was overall for Madden 20
2020, yeah.
This is probably as many people like you turn the game on once January.
It's not unique though.
And it's just 20. It's not the Madden franchise.
But this just 20. This is just PSN.
New players 120,000
between October.
So wait.
Can you get that stat for 18 to 19?
I'm questionable on what that's actually telling you.
So this would have been when it came out, October 19. And then it steadily shot up.
That's weird.
Over the year.
Post when it wasn't its most fucking valuable.
For Madden 20, yeah. That's what it would look like. 7 million players.
But you would.
But again,
this doesn't make sense to me.
This is just Madden.
That goes against any
PSN.
logic of anything in the industry.
Again, this is solely PSN based, and this is.
But it could trend. It would be similar
would
across
think,
others.
I was gonna say you would assume it would be similar against
Switch,
all of them.
because I don't think Switch has sports.
But it'll be similar against the Xbox as well as the PC. One would think. So that looks way more.
I'd like you to screen cap that.
That looks way more realistic to me because look at the spike in the first month. You got almost half your player base right there.
Yeah, this spike here.
That
this
looks.
one,
That
you don't
looks
even have December.
Better.
You don't even have December on this chart.
We don't have the next year. Like this wasn't. This chart doesn't go nearly as far. Like if you cap this chart here, it would look the same.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. It's missing data. Ooh, we could download the
CSV file.
CSV file.
I want you to screen cap that.
So
graph.
what is that graph though? It's just total player count by
total
day.
player
So now the
count.
question is whether or not that's unique or not.
It'd have to be.
It would. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't have. Well,
If that's unique, go all the way to the right. You're talking 9 million. That seems
That
kinda,
ran past the August fucking release date of 2021.
I can't believe that there's if there's 8.25 million people playing Madden. That's
aren't
ridiculous.
willing to pay this day
That's
of price.
ridiculous.
Well,
There's
see,
no
I'm wondering.
way. There's no way.
I'm wondering if this.
There's no way.
Like, okay, hold on. Like, cause in theory, if you bought it October 2019, played it, so you got in the player count, and then went, this game's dumb. I hate football. Do you get moved out of the count, or is this a constant accrual?
That's what I mean. Because 9 million that doesn't stack. Because that's.
So then you
if
actually
they
have to judge.
9 million people.
So you'd have to judge
Even to that point, you jumped 6 million after initial release.
I was gonna say you have to judge the jumps at each point,
Yeah.
though, not the actual total.
To the point, 6 million
So you
would
would
be
go
buying it
there.
at slashed prices.
So like from April to July.
So basically, with if it's what I think it's showing, then basically October.
Less than 2 minutes.
Then no one bought it from October to January, basically.
No, it's just the way it's spaced.
Right, because
I think it's just the way it's spaced.
No,
because
October to January is a 2.5 million
I think
jump.
basically from they had all their sales in October, right, and then the City players played again, so it doubled up, right.
Well, see, that's what I don't know how it's tracked.
And then they didn't get an influx of players again until literally of Christmas. Oh, that makes
Because
sense.
they all bought it on fucking sale from GameStop,
No.
and it was handed to them on Christmas.
That's because all the kids got money, and then so they went out and bought it. So I don't know if it's on sale week of Christmas.
Doesn't matter what the fucking reason they
then
bought
that would
it. It
jump
was
up.
bought during the fucking sale price.
Well, True,
No,
second-
because
if-
this actually proves my point. If I'm reading it correctly, almost
I
all their
don't know if you're
sales
reading
is in October.
No.
If you
What?
if you
This
keep
isn't-
doubling, it, yes.
They
if
did
they're counting
3
them over
million
and
between
over
October and January, and only 2 million between launch and October.
Again, it really depends on what this is showing you. Because if you have to redouble what happened in October to get to what
What's
happened
the title
there,
of the graph?
it just says total
player
player
count.
Well, they had to buy it to play it.
But
If 2 million people fucking owned it in October, and all of a sudden 5
The-
million
the
people
only-
fucking play in January,
6 million people play currently. I don't think you understand how big of a market
See,
that is.
and
'Cause
that's what I'm
that's only
saying.
the
Oh,
PlayStation.
That's why I don't know.
I do understand. You didn't understand, and you fought me for 30 minutes.
No, that's way bigger than WoW. Way bigger than WoW in its heyday.
You don't even. We don't. What are the numbers on WoW? I don't want to go down that fucking rabbit hole. But my point was just proven on that graph.
WoW, I think in its heyday was up to like 80 something.
All my points were proven on that graph.
Wow.
They will play well past the release date of the new game, which I said.
Well, no, again,
And it spiked
depending upon what
after
the chart's
October.
showing. The problem is I disagree because that chart, if it's recounting
I know
them
you don't
every
like
month,
facts. I was dealing with you during the election season. I
if
totally
it
get
recounts,
it.
you don't know how it's what the chart's showing you is the problem. If they're
Total player count.
if they're recounting the players every month, though, then it's not.
Then it would dip. If they didn't recount it, it would dip.
If they stop playing,
Yeah, it would dip.
but if they keep playing and then as
In
more and more
theory,
people get
unless
added
more-
on, just keep
They
adding.
probably have a concurrent list of like how many people logged on today to play, and that's where they're pulling that data.
That's the assumption, but if more
Where else
people,
would they get the data?
if more new people than people dropping off, it would move up.
It's still more sales. More people still had to buy it
That's
to
true.
get to that point.
So
done.
WoW's only at 5. Oh, that's depressing.
But then it also doesn't track how it's like. Did they buy it,
So if that's 5
or if they got it
million-
from a friend?
Dude,
Like if I
that's
bought it, didn't like it, gave it to
embarrassing.
Gibby. He played it, didn't like it, gave it to you. Never bought again, but you had 3 different users.
You think that happens at a $60 game?
Not saying it does. I'm just well,
What?
To skew those numbers?
I'm just
probably
saying
not.
that's embarrassing.
Probably
right there.
not. But I'm just saying you
WoW's
can't
only at
completely
5
rule it
million.
out.
5
Embarrassing
million?
that you spent almost an hour fighting over me,
And you're
and
saying
I was right.
You're saying NFL is 8.3 on just the PlayStation?
That's
That
over the course of a
means-
year.
Yeah, well,
probably
again, this is
16.6.
my own logic. So then that would
Which
mean
was proven.
there's probably 50 million people playing Madden.
You don't have to say it butthurt because you were fucking wrong.
I mean,
Right. Look.
what was WoW in the heyday? think it was
I
only
feel
up
like we
80
almost have to
million.
we have to roll this over to Nerd Court.
Yeah.
Get some actual
it's
facts.
Not, you just showed the goddamn graph. It was there, and you're gonna tell me I got fucking data in front of me and it's wrong?
I question the data because
This is
I
why
don't
capitals
understand
get
what
screwed.
the
No, just want to make sure the data is
the
correct.
chart could be skewed is the problem because you don't know exactly what the
Even
chart's showing
if
you.
people were dropping off, there's still a spike.
Correct.
It would flatline. It would have been a fucking flatline if people dropped off.
But it shows you that most of the people bought it in the first month.
No,
is
it
what
does
I'm-
not. There's a 3 million jump from October to January.
I already
So there's
saw
not
it.
even enough of that 2 million to cover the 3 million. There's not. And that didn't look like a fucking hockey stick. So the end of that debate. You're wrong. Admit you're wrong.
No!
It also doesn't show when it was bought.
You're
They
running
couldn't-
into
they
It
a
wasn't
lot
bought
of
prior
issues
to the
there,
date from
yeah.
concurrent login. You can't log in if you
No.
don't own it.
No, but there could be some weird ass shit where they bought it in October, but
There's
somebody's
probably a lot
birthday
of
was
that
in like
too,
January. Like
Well, yeah, because it
weird
would
shit
suit your
happens.
argument that there's a lot of it.
What's that?
Well, no, because of the holiday. You gotta buy it for Christmas present.
You don't buy, okay, you buy the fucking Madden game at release price when you know there's a Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals?
Some
think
weird ass
most
people do
people
that. They
have
buy
to-
shit
yeah.
like
No,
ahead
No,
of
not
time.
most
Does.
people.
Parents
Stop.
that
There's
don't
no
realize?
way. Parents who are fucking welfare and can't afford it.
Mom-
There's a majority of people who are into that type of game.
Middle middle-class white moms that don't know no better and go, my son wants this game.
Like, Ashley would in a heartbeat without realizing it.
No. You're grasping for fucking straws.
I'm not grasping for
anything. There's a fucking chart
you.
that just showed you what was going down. Concurrent players was over 2 million, meaning 2 million people had to fucking own it on October. And then it was 5 by January. That means there's 5 million copies circulating to have that 5 million data.
Your biggest spike was in
October to January, 3 million.
You had to add a couple more months in there to get to the same spike to happen the first fucking month.
Nope.
Like that's what I don't understand. Like
it's August to October, August, September, October.
2 million.
November, December,
Look,
January.
You got
3 months each.
A 2 million spike here.
It's
Where
3 months each.
Where do you have another 2 million spike? Nowheres. It does spike, but it doesn't go up near as much as the first month.
October ends here.
Yes.
Fucking January ends up there.
October, November, December. You need 4 months.
January 1st.
You need 4 months to make
it's
1 month.
August 15th to October 1st.
You need 4 months to make 1 month. Like
at discounted price. At discounted price, which was the original fucking argument.
But a majority of them are sold.
When was Ben?
I'm just. It literally shows you right there that there is a huge spike in the first month.
Grasping for straws. There's a larger spike from October to January. It's the same fucking spacing between all of them.
I need October through January.
It's the same spacing. It was August 1st. Did it not start there? It started on July 31st. So you had fucking July at 0.
Which had to be pre-release, people, because the release date was August 2nd.
That has to be pre-released. It doesn't start.
Doesn't matter. So now you have July, August, September, October.
So if we go all the way through, where do you want to go? October? Through October?
Go to October.
So roughly 2.6 mil? 2.7 mil?
So that's basically, so we're going to say...
It goes on sale in October.
August.
October?
So that's basically 3 months.
October, November goes on sale.
So then... Why would...
And then from... Go another 3 months, so 2.6 to about double by the end of January.
So it's roughly the same. So you're basically saying it's the same trajectory.
It looks like it because it's a little over 5 mil.
In October.
And then another
Sales
3 months.
And then it's definitely...
Then
fuck yourself.
Well, it definitely tapers off there, though.
But it still gains.
It still gains, but it
3 million more people at a way better discount price of the next year.
Yeah, but it took a whole year for those extra 3 million. Like it's
the argument was people are buying it at the discounted price more so than they are at the real retail price. That was the initial argument.
Then we need hard proof, not just a Reddit post that says it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Where's October?
I'm just saying.
Fine, move your fucking retail price to fucking January. It's still more.
What do you mean? It's 5 million compared to 8. That's only 3 million afterwards.
And where's this up here?
This one?
8.26. And I'm giving you Cyber Monday and Black Friday. I'm giving you Cyber Monday and Black fucking Friday.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I most of their money is going to come from that beginning half. Because they're going to be your diehard fans.
You don't get what I'm saying. You're not getting what I'm saying then.
Alright, fine. I'll give it to you. Fine. Most people buy it prior, but they still make shit ton of money from the people in the first half.
What I just did.
Through October. That's their diehard gaming people right there. They're the ones spending the money, not the fucking people after the fact.
The original argument was that the game is bought at a discounted price more so than the original launch price. That proved it.
Yes, I will agree with you on that one.
And then the second point...
And then the argument got changed.
But I'm still saying they spend a fortune on this game, so there's no reason to fix it.
Now you're going down... Okay, DLC. Yeah, you will fucking spend a ton on that.
There is no DLC.
Loot boxes, skins, whatever you want to fucking call it. You will pay a fortune in any game that you're a diehard fan of. Any game. Apex, it's happening. It's a free game. And they make money. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about the goddamn game. The argument.
No, fine. You win that one. But the whole argument started... The whole argument started with basically that...
the argument was people will buy it at the lower price.
That was not the argument.
over the...
That was not the argument. We're saying that there's
That was
no
the
reason
argument.
to fix the game
Yeah.
because people are spending a fortune on it.
Yeah, and even if you go on protest and go, I'm going to buy it at fucking half price, they're still making their money. That was the argument.
So why fix it? You're the one saying that if they wouldn't, they would stop
If you
buying it.
all of a sudden, if you showed a trend that you put something new in that's worthwhile at day launch, then maybe you would get more money at day launch. That is the argument. They have no incentive that they are still getting their fucking nugget to do anything.
I just stand with buying it, period, is the problem.
You shouldn't
no matter
buy
when
it.
you bought it,
That's the whole
we
point.
need to stop
That's the
fucking buying
argument.
it.
Yes.
But what drug us down this hour worth of fucking arguing is that you thought that they bought it more so at opening day
Your
than they did on
diehard
the
people
discount.
are the ones who were paying
You're going
most
down that route
money
again.
into it.
You're
all
going
in the
down that
beginning
route
of
again.
it.
Unless Xbox players do something different.
I'm a little shocked that
You're
it's
going
not
down
a
that route
hockey
again.
stick.
Computer,
But it
people
is definitely
play on
different than
computer?
any other game, which is weird. I will admit that. I saw the
Industry
facts.
standard.
I saw
Hockey
the facts.
stick.
I'm wrong. But it still seems, I guarantee if you look at their sales, it's a hockey
Dirty
stick.
notification.
Because those people at the beginning are spending
Thanks,
a
Jared.
fortune.
Thanks, Jarrett.
Because they're your diehard loyalists.
They're not spending that fortune opening day.
Yes, they are.
Whatever. You want to keep changing the argument so you can get a win? Go for it. I won the argument that I put at hand. They're buying the game. The game!
You're buying
At
the game.
discounted
Correct.
price.
And I'm talking
more
dollars.
Yeah, you're changing the topic and going, well, you know, there's all these
But the
skins
whole-
and shit. That'll happen on any game. Any game. That'll happen even if they fix the game. And make it the best fucking game on the planet. They'll still sell fucking skins.
Mm-hmm.
That is
One
not
would
what's
think so,
driving people into this fucking shit.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I'm so confused now because...
You did it to yourself. I've repeated my argument several fucking times. Several times.
I'm a little shocked at the chart. Whatever, it is what it is. If you look at most
Yeah.
games, that's not how the chart should look.
Go on.
But I still will say that their sales probably represents a hockey stick. Just because.
Just because you...
Their diehard
Spread
fans are
fake
going to
news.
be the ones that buy it in the beginning.
Even though the chart you
And
looked
spend
at
the
wasn't a
fortune.
hockey stick.
That's player
It should be
base.
comparative. If
But
it should be comparative.
sort of makes sense that people will wait for the discount to get their largest player base, but the people who are going to spend the most money are going to be in the front end of it. Because they're going to be your loyalists.
Again, it started with the game. Skins will always be there. Whatever these boxes will always be there.
I don't like
Even
that
if it's the
these
perfect game.
change.
But
The needle mover
But those
is saying, I'm going to make it the
those
perfect
people
game.
buying it
The
after...
needle mover for EA is to make the perfect game, to get these people that buy it at the discounted price to buy it at opening day price. And that was the entire argument.
I mean, I would disagree with that, because their entire business model is built around the loot box system.
You think all these people are buying loot box things?
This
No,
is the
it's the
this is
fucking
FIFA.
first half. That's where all their money is. That's why I keep telling you. The people in the first fucking month are your fucking
What's this
diehards.
FIFA.
Nobody cares about soccer.
FIFA's actually... that's
40
actually
million
shocking.
people care about soccer.
Around the world.
That's actually shocking, too. So I guess sport games don't really follow the trend.
Assassin's Creed.
I should
There
keep
you
a
go. Spike.
notebook.
Like I'm saying, it spikes. It's a normal hockey stick.
And there's no, after you buy it and do it the one time, there's nothing afterwards. There's nothing worthwhile to keep you around. And what game was this?
This one's Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
There's nothing that's going to bring you
fucking-
back to it
do
after
Black
you beat
Ops
it.
then. Black Ops is going to be one that comes out every fucking year.
Black Ops Cold War.
I have no idea.
That was
what
the last
was
one, I think.
for.
Returning players with new trophies. Zero. Everybody gave the fuck up on that game.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck them.
Well, no, you don't get trophies for multiplayer. That's probably it.
Oh, that's true.
But player count for
Now, again,
Cold,
it's a hockey stick, so I'm okay with that.
Cold
that makes
War.
sense. Your
But-
biggest
well, it's also
hold on.
shitty-
Was it in
biggest
like
spike-
beta from whatever the start date is to November?
well, that's, no,
They
but see, this is
pre-released
just
that game like
Yeah, I was
crazy.
gonna say pre-release is probably.
this is just November. This is
Yeah.
5 days in November.
Oh.
The chart
Oh.
fucking changes.
That's-
Can you go-
Well, they probably don't have enough data on that game yet.
Is that the
No,
one?
it's 2020 though. How do you not have it in 2021? We're
They all
like
went to
fucking
Warzone.
6 months. Yeah. Oh, well, that might be it. They probably don't want to show you them fucking numbers. Do the no, you can't do Call. Well, Warzone's gonna be weird.
Minecraft?
Do Apex. Minecraft you can't do because it's been out too long.
I would imagine Minecraft's
Well,
fucking crazy.
Apex should be weird because it's a free
There's
game.
your hockey stick again. If you look at that, that is a hockey stick.
The one, okay, does the hockey stick change direction each time? Facing down and then all of a sudden facing the other way?
This is the hockey stick. So that is the where the puck is, and then that's the shaft. It's a hockey stick.
I don't understand hockey. Oh, I don't see it. I just wanted to.
That is a tip. That's what most games should. I mean, this one's a little bit crazy just because of. That one is. I mean, that's
Minecraft looks like a fucking heart monitor.
That Minecraft.
In and out of the patches.
Well, I was gonna say. Say release depending on.
Whoa! We got way more data here, boys. What is it? What do we got? Different
PS4,
colors and shit. Because you got
stuff.
PS3 and PS4 play. People still
I
play
forgot
on
about
PS3.
fucking 3. Jesus
People still have
Christ.
PlayStation Vitas.
3 have realms?
Wait a minute. So how does it come out? Oh.
So this is over the span of the 5 years, though. Look at that increase. Like, I'd say that year looks like...
See, the only problem with this one is because it's released on so many fucking systems that I don't know if it would follow a traditional... Like, you'd almost have to look at the computer version.
Well, they
Because your
didn't
problem
release
is
that.
people are gonna...
Why are we looking at other ones?
Just to see the
Yeah.
trends.
Okay.
But...
Like, you need another competitive online game. Like, Modern Warfare
That you
is a
pay-
perfect example.
that you
I
pay
can't believe
for,
they're not
though.
showing in there.
That you pay for.
You gotta pay... Like, I
Yeah,
feel like...
that's what I mean, but you need, like, whatever the newest multiplayer one is, not the fucking
Wouldn't it be
Battle
FIFA?
Royale one.
Well, that's why I did FIFA.
Wouldn't it have been FIFA? It's sports.
FIFA
it's
sports.
representative of the rest of the
I'm
world.
actually shocked. Yeah, FIFA shows the same thing.
They got
though.
the
It's
show?
not a,
Well, nobody plays that.
Okay, is there a search bar up here?
is
Filtered
there
by
a search
title.
bar?
I would say MLB. Well, See, that one's tough because it's only on the PlayStation.
Well,
Well,
that's actually pretty good.
The show 20?
20 was still on the PlayStation by itself.
Yeah.
21 is when it made the jump.
And a typical hockey stick again.
And this is over...
So your first
2
month
months.
is probably, again, majority of your sales. And then
They don't even break 2 million.
Real? Oh my god, that's really
period.
depressing. No wonder why they're going across all systems.
Yeah.
That's depressing. That's a typical hockey stick.
Well, the game mechanics are really fucking hard. So I can't see how anyone would get into investing
Yeah.
into MLB.
Well, that...
When your pitching works, the other year fucking batting works. But I was right. Suck it. End of story.
So... what do you got going on, Dace?
Yeah, Dace.
Oh, I will be heavily editing this tomorrow and grabbing all the highlights to prove to this asshole he talks in circles and he makes up different arguments once his one argument is losing power.
I still don't think my argument's bad.
It was wrong.
No, whatever.
What do you got going on, Gaby?
I'm streaming tomorrow since we swapped days.
Yep, and he'll bitch about this tomorrow.
I'll be playing Minecraft. No, probably not. I'll be probably making my my pillager thing. And I'm probably be by myself, unfortunately.
I'll probably be on around 10:30.
I'll be on for a bit. I think I gotta play that asshole in Madden.
So I don't know if Dan's gonna be on because it's raid day, but I don't know, he might
If
be
he
on
messages.
because they're dropping a new talent patches. So I don't know if they're actually gonna raid or not. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. He might be on later.
I'll be on
Frank-
at some point.
Frank will
Depends
probably on.
how much I cool off from tonight.
And then Aaron, I think's working.
Yeah.
Nick.
So it's be a highly
shows up
entertaining
whenever.
stream of just Gibby yelling at villagers.
Yeah, well, I'm
Pillagers,
pissed off.
illagers.
These pillagers.
You're gonna see him die a lot,
Yeah,
so
you're
that's
gonna
always
see me
fun.
die a lot. I blew up like 3 times with fucking. God, I hate fucking creepers.
I didn't see his comment.
Fucking
Go on.
creepers.
Anyway, I'm around. I do things. I don't know. Yeah, I show up occasionally.
Yeah.
So
Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. Follow him on Twitter at Gibby_1337. The guy behind the desk is at Freddy 10Ds 2Ys. We'll be back to our normal scheduled day next week on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on twitch.tv/Basement Protocol, as well as facebook.com/Basement Protocol Productions. That's really all we got going on. So for the few,
Where are my chickens?
with Proud,
And that whale.
and for the Dace-tacular, remember, Basement Dwellers, stick to the protocol. Fuck
like
that.
your protocol.
What's up, Basement Dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace,
I'm Frank.
and we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.